What's up, everybody? I am BK, bkbangers.com. Welcome to another video. Today's video is a follow-up of the last video I did, Sample School Sunday. What Will Ye Do? In the light of continuing that song, I jumped into Studio One 4 and I brought in the track, separated them, and I kind of, wanted to organize it. But if you heard the prior video, I said that I wasn't gonna add a bass because the kick drum was like it has this sub undertone thump to it, but I wanted to make it hit harder, and I think I ruined the I ruined it. I mean, it's not finalized. I can always, do it over, which I am going to do. But I wanted to share with you guys real quick some procedures in Studio One on how to get your mix, at least how to gain stage at minimum. All the extra stuff, the effects that I added, you may not have it, but I'm just gonna give you kind of like a idea of what I do sometimes when I'm mixing. We have 12 tracks all together. Just basic kick, snare, percussion, a break loop, and some samples. Alright? I'm gonna play that for you real quick. I hope it don't glitch out. Well, see, it's already at maximum, and I'm not even playing. I'm not even playing anything, and it's maxed out. Like, I don't even understand why it's doing this. Like, I'm kind of scared to press play because I know it's gonna start bugging. Yeah, man. So it's not gonna let me do it. So what I have to end up doing, I'm going to highlight everything, and I'm gonna bounce. What is it? Bounce to mixdown. Did they move that? Mixdown selection. Why it's not here? So if you ever run into this issue and you want to check your mix, your 2-track before you actually export it out, there's a section where you could mix down selection. Alright, so I'm gonna do that real quick. This might take long, so I'm gonna edit it out. I might have to edit it out depending on the time. Alright, y'all, so I had to bounce down the selection and it took a little minute. So as you can see, everything else is grayed out except for this. Again, if you want to do that, all you have to do is highlight everything, right click, and go to mixdown selection. If it's not in that area right here, you go to event, and it should be right here, mixdown selection. All right, so now I can play everything, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn off the inserts. So now I don't have that CPU issue. This is crazy. Look at this. When I turn off the inserts, it drops down to 4%. Anyway, right? So, like I was saying, I wanted the kick drum to thump, to give a knock, and I think I definitely ruined it, and I'm gonna have to go back in on the mix. MG, if you're watching this, I might need your help. I might need your help, MG. But yeah. So I'm gonna play it real quick, then I'm gonna tell you what I did to achieve that sound. Alright, so as you can hear, that kick, it has a thud, and what I ended up doing, unfortunately, I can't play the whole thing because I can't play it with the effects on it because it's causing the video to lag. But real quick, I'll just share with you what I did for gain staging. So what you want to do when you're in gain staging, after you color code everything, you send your stuff to a bus. So I color code the drums. These are all the drums, for instance. Then I add bus for selected channels. On that bus, this becomes the bus for the drums. I title it the same, right? And I do the same for the samples or the band bus, any instruments, I put them separately. And if I have a bass, sub 808, guitar bass, I'll more than likely send that to its own bus as well. And then I take the two buses or the three buses with the instruments, I route them to another bus, and you want to put add bus for selected channels. If you put add bus, those channels won't be routed. As you can see right here, it says drums, and this is the drums, right? And then this is the filter. So these two are routed to the filter bus. The filter bus and the filter bypass is routed to the main master bus, right? I don't have anything on the main output of Studio One. I have it on the master bus that I created. And there goes my mastering effects. I put nothing on the main, meaning mainly because if I send this out to Lander or my mixing engineer, I take off everything on the bus, the master bus, and I can leave everything else as long as it's leveled, right? So that's just how I do things. Now, you want to start off with gain staging. What gain staging is basically, I'll highlight all the everything, all the instruments, and then I'll add a mix tool on each individual track, and then I'll add an EQ, and then I add any other effects or any other treatment to it. I'll add it underneath the mix tool, right? So I'll start off with in this case I started off with the break because I knew the break was the main source of the drums, and then I went to the kick, the snare, and then I went into the instruments. Now, the kick in hip hop usually is the leading sound. The kick and the snare is usually the highest sound. So usually I'd get my kick drum to be around -6. My snare would be around -9, -8, -12, around there. And my instrument sounds would be between -15 and 30, anywhere between there. My sub 808s and my the 808 and the bass sounds are usually between, it peaks no higher than -12, right? So it peaks no higher than right here, -12 on my if I have a bass, right? And I try to keep it below that. And then on the output on the master, I try to keep everything at or below -6 dBs. -6 dBs. I try to keep it. I try not to make it go above that. If it go above like 540, 550, it's cool, because sometimes you can't get everything to be solid, because there's dynamics. It fluctuates up and down. So just for me, a rule of thumb is between -6 and -9, even less. Like if you're sending this out to a mixing engineer, it could be less because they know what to do to boost up the sounds. Once you send it to them tracked out, they know how to get it up higher. Or if you're sending it to a mastering company such as Lander, and you send them the 2-track, you don't want to have nothing on this master track. Just remember, on the master track, nothing, and everything else you need it to be below -6. All right, so back to this kick drum. So we have the kick drum, and I wanted the kick drum to thump, to knock. So what I ended up doing was, underneath the mix tool, I added the API. And I started with this setting, the bass drum 1 setting, and then it kind of brought it up, but it tucked it. So you was hearing the sub, but you wasn't hearing the thump. So that kind of threw me off. So then the next thing I did, I added a red light district. Now, red light distortion or red light district, this is, it comes stock with Studio One. So if you have Studio One 3 or 4, you have this in your catalog, in your tool belt. So I ended up, messing with the settings here to make it distort a little bit more so you could hear it. And then after that, man, I just got lost in the whole mixing process. On the band bus, I ended up adding another API. I added Shep's Omni channel. I started with this throaty electric guitar setting because it was clean and clear. And then, I made some minor adjustments. And then I added Decimort. The MPC 60 setting. I messed with it a little bit, and then I added a RX 950. Now I don't know if it's the RX 950 that got it sounding a little dull right now, but something about this mix just don't sound right. And I gotta go back in. MG, I'ma need your cape on this one, brother. Then I sent it. I made a effects bus. I also sent the effects to the filter. Right now there's nothing on the filter because I'm not completely finished with this mix. Yeah. And then on the band bus, I added, I forgot what this is called, but it's in the it's modeled after the Neve EQ and compressor. So I added this to the band bus, and it brought out the dynamics of that sound that I was going after. So on the drum verb is a basic room verb. The beat delay is a delay. This is all stock stuff. And then I added a RC20 for a reverb and some effects. And I don't even think anything is routed to that. Oh yeah, I have three. I have the main samples and the chop. All this sample is routed to this band bus. And that was pretty much it. It's a basic mix. I sent them, to taste, but it's the kick drum. The kick, I'm lost in the kick drum. I don't know. I gotta go back in on the mix. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I'm gonna at MG with this one because I need some help because I want that kick drum to still be subby, but I want it to actually knock. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna holler at MG, see if he could give me some juice. I'm gonna play it one more time and then we out of here. Don't sound bad. I've heard worse out there. I ain't gonna call no names, no, but I've heard worse. I've done worse myself. So I don't think it's a bad mix. I'm just missing something right now and I don't know exactly what it is. And I'm not a mixing engineer. I went to school for audio engineering, but, I'm not a mixing engineer, man. I'm a producer. I'm an artist. I mix. I know how to mix, but all the technicalities, I might make a mistake or two. And I think I made a mistake or 3 or 4 on this particular mix. But that's pretty much it, man. That's how you get it done. That's how you gain stage in Studio One 4. It's an easy process once you set up your drums, your tracks. Once you set up your tracks, they're all organized. gain staging is very simple. It's, you know, the lifeblood of any mix. Once you have the gain stage correctly, everything else is a breeze through. Like, the only reason why I have any additional effects on here, such as the API and the red light district. Also, I had track spacer on the break, right? So track spacer is side chaining on the kick, right? So it's side chain from the kick drum, right? I also put a little bit of verb, the room verb, on the break to give it some ambiance, because that break by itself ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? That break is kind of mean, the way that I played it. You know what I'm saying? Because I chopped it and then I played out the break itself. You see if I could unmute it. I'm saying that break got some noise, man. That kick drum though, man. That kick drum got some splaining to do, man. Yo, man. That's pretty much it. So that's how you gain stage in Studio One 4. I've showed how to do it in Studio One 3.5. Shout out to Concrete Zebra. If you're not familiar with Concrete Zebra, get over on his channel. He's a Studio One expert. And he gets straight down to the business. Shout out to MG. MG finally made the transition over to Studio One. So now he's on the dark side. We welcome you. But that's pretty much it, y'all. Do remember that music is life. It is our DNA. Keep banging. Peace, love, light. Till next time. MG, I'm gonna holler at you. I'm gonna at you on this one. I might need your help. I might need you to do a discussion on this one. Alright? Peace.